Chainlink against the US dollar. We're going to look at all time frames, the 4-hour, the daily, zoom out to the bigger picture, the weekly charts. We're going to do a live stream in a handful of minutes here, about 10:30. So no matter when you're watching this video, we're going to do a live stream every day this week at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So if you missed today's, watch it tomorrow's. Anytime you can catch them, we'll see you there. Requests, obviously. So let's jump right into Chainlink on the 4-hour. So why are we looking at the 4-hour? It's so you can know what to be watching for the next several hours to days, right? The 4-hour chart's really useful for maybe a couple of days in the future, not much else. As you can see back in here, since a week ago to exactly, we've been in a downtrend. So we're trying to find a bottom here, but we seemingly seem to be closing lower and lower candles on the 4-hour chart. So let's zoom out a little bit and see where our next big level is if we continue this formation here. We have this a little bit of a zone here. We have some closing candles at the top of this zone around 650, and our lows made back in early March. We're looking around the $6 level. So 650 to 6 is our next kind of zone if we continue in said direction. However, right, maybe some bullish looking things, at least in the short term, right? This kind of pattern where you've kind of this falling kind of channel here, right? This has a little bit higher odds of breaking to the upside in the not so distant future. What you wouldn't want to see is this move, right? This would be like a bear flag, right? And that breaks down, but we're not doing that, are we? We kind of started to do that, but really, little patterns on shorter time frames can start to morph. So we seem to be making also, right, busy lines on the chart. But for more or less, we're looking like we're, making those lower lows, right, which we opened the video talking about, right? We're seemingly doing this. So I would look for maybe the next few days, maybe we can get a bounce. Obviously, whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the market, Chainlink included, will likely do. But, starting this, looking at this, right, not a great sign that we've closed. We're moving this 100, the blue line, under the pink. That's the 200. But, we're in lower time frame. So as you can see here, right, when we cross to the upside, right, we're starting an uptrend. Maybe we're starting a longer downtrend. We don't know yet. I'm trying to give you both sides of the coin. You always want to look at bullish sentiment and bearish sentiment in the charts. If you're doing anything else, you're just trying to fit your narrative or someone else's narrative. So you want to look at negatives and positives on both sides of the chart. Another big negative, right, at least on the 4-hour chart, and we'll zoom up to the bigger ones, is you're below all your moving averages, right? So you got to immediately leaning a little bit more bearish. If you're below all moving averages, right, by definition, you're more bearish than bullish. And the flip side of that is accurate as well. So anytime you're above the moving averages, you're more bullish than bearish by definition, right? Okay, so that works for any time chart. So keep that in mind, right? How about our indicators? Do they look any good or bad? Well, we're kind of right in the middle, ho-humming around. Our ADX and DI is cross bearish as well, with that trend strengthening, right? Your ADX is in the orange line. Get your colors right. And diverging away from each other. You see this, right? See the red pulling away and going away from the bulls in the green here. So whoever's on top, that's whose side you're favoring. And when your ADX is above 25, it's more of a strong move. So keep that in mind. We're a little bit more bearish right now, at least on the 4-hour chart, right? So keep that in mind. Just the 4-hour. Let's zoom out to the daily and see where we're at if we don't destroy our charts in the meantime. There we go. Now we got our indicators back. So let's zoom up to the daily. As we know, as we talk about pretty much every video, Chainlink has just been trending sideways for eternity at this point. We are now on the daily chart. We are back under all our moving averages. So what does that mean, right? Immediate. We just talked about it. We're a little bit more bearish than bullish for now, but if Chainlink is going to do anything, it has to, break the $9 area. We talked about this in depth yesterday. We talked about it on our live stream yesterday. We'll probably talk about it again on our live stream today. So we're looking above 9, really to 10. 10 is kind of the breakout level on the weekly. It's pretty evident. We've done that multiple attempts, but no luck just yet, right? Potential here, potential here, potential here, right? 3 weekly candles that tried to break the $10 area. No luck. We're now knocking on the door of the 50 weak EMA. So, I mean, just hands off until we can at least close above the 50 EMA, which we haven't been able to do. We finally took out the EMA 21 in the yellow. So that's a sign, maybe, but I mean, the line was moving down. So don't pat yourself on the back too hard, just Chainlink. We need to move up, right? We need to get these moving averages moving to the upside. We're moving sideways. So that's the odds, sideways, right? You'll get your sign when we start to make new higher highs, right? We've potentially started to do that on the weekly, right? Here's your high, lower high, right? Lower high, lower high. But then look here. Maybe we're trying to claw our way back. A little bit of higher high. So maybe in the coming weeks, unfortunately, it's going to take some patience for a lot of these altcoins because it's Bitcoin season. Remember, we looked at this chart yesterday. We'll look at it again right now and on the live stream. The Bitcoin altcoin season index chart, blockchaincenter.net. See right there, go add it to your toolkit, right? No signs of altcoin season. We have to at least be above this line to even have an attempt for altcoins to break free in a bigger way. So keep that in mind as well. Chainlink is included in said altcoin markets, right? So maybe we have a potential early reversal high, higher weekly high, close, and now we're looking for our next one. All eyes on this 50 week, right? Watch that, track it. It's still going down week by week. Probably going to level off around 850 if prices can, stay around this level. You could see sideways action right now on the weekly scale. We're losing momentum. Stochastic RSI going down, right? So not a great there. How about weekly? Fisher Transform has triggered down at the weekly close. That is usually not a great sign. That's called the trigger sell. But Chainlink, what's good for it is also bad for it, and it's sideways. So we're stuck in this zone until the dawn of man runs out, which according to AI could be soon. If you haven't seen, side note, IBM released a statement that they have the potential for AI to overtake 7,500 jobs at IBM, and they are no longer hiring. So humanity, we had a good run. I tweeted that earlier this morning. AI is coming hard right here. So IBM, 7,500 jobs in danger from AI. That's batshit crazy. So maybe the start of something bigger on the horizon, but not for Chainlink. We're stuck in this zone. $9 to the upside, and we have 550-ish or so on the bottom side, right? We're likely going to stay in this zone until we get a weekly close to one side or the other, right? And then we'll reevaluate. But guess what? We're right in the goddamn middle of this damn zone right now, right around the $7 level. So up or down, right? Probably sideways. You're probably both wrong. If you said up or down, you're wrong. We're going sideways. So that's the word on the street for now. The 200 week just above here, you guessed it, $10. And once we do that, then we got more bigly room to run to the upside. Okay, nice, short, sweet Chainlink video. That's what we're going with. Gaussian channel. Let's check it on the 5-day. Are we close to flipping green? Well, relatively, depends on your definition of close. But a lot of coins, potentially over the next couple of months, maybe going to summertime, we could potentially see some green 5-day Gaussian channels. Some of them are already starting. Those are the stronger coins. You're probably going to see liftoff earlier. If Bitcoin makes another move to the upside, you want to be tracking those coins. Chainlink, you could project this out. We have to get it to turn up, to turn green. And how are we going to do that? We have to have prices up here. To move your channel up, your average needs to be up here. So that is also, you guessed it, $10 area, right? Would take out all those tops, get you on top of the 5-day Gaussian channel. I mean, that's where the magic starts. That's where the blue panel shirts come on, right? It's not going on until we're back above at least the 5-day Gaussian channel. I mean, give me some time here, right? You're lucky the damn sign's on, okay? We might have to turn it off if we go back down too much lower. I'm just kidding. It's never going off. But the blue flannel shirt will be in all future Chainlink videos when the magic starts. Okay, so that's Chainlink. Let's get to our quote of the day. Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay. Dr. Seuss's cousin. Decent quote. Let's not rhyme it. All right, car of the day. Bentley Mulsanne, and the only color that you should be buying, white. On luxury cars, I think white looks best. I mean, prove me wrong. Red interior, that's a gamble. Maybe that a little spicy. I'll take it. White parchment, tan, white on white. That looks good. Don't have kids or dogs or anything on your pants ever. All right, I'll see you on the next one. See you on the live stream. If you're watching this right away, you might be able to catch it. We usually do about an hour, 10:30, 11:30. I say usually like I do it all the time, right? It was our first live stream in like 6 months, but we're gonna do them all this week. So maybe the tides are shifting. If that's not a sign that the bull market's here, I don't know what is. Chainlink's live streaming, Chase is live streaming every day. What?